friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're gonna see about disorders related to vascular system. So first we'll be seeing about what is vascular system. The vascular system, also called the circulatory system, is made up of vessels which carry blood and lymph throughout the body. That is, vascular system is also known as the circulatory system and it is mainly made up of vessels. So what that vessels are doing is they carry blood and lymph throughout our body. Vascular system is made up of arteries and arterioles, capillaries, veins and venules, and lymphatic vessels. What are arterioles? Arterioles are nothing but the branches of arteries, and venules are nothing but the branches of veins. So we'll see about the pathophysiology of vascular system. It mainly leads to pump failure, that is heart failure, and alterations in blood and lymphatic vessels, that is there will be alteration, there will be differences, there will be changes in blood and lymphatic vessels, blood vessels and lymphatic vessels, and circulatory insufficiency of extremities. Common disorders of vascular system are hypertension, aneurysms, arteriosclerosis. Now in this video we will be seeing about hypertension. So now what do you mean by hypertension? Hypertension is just another name of increased blood pressure rate, that is 120/80 mm of Hg. So in short we can say hypertension is high blood pressure, that is normal blood pressure is 120/80 mm. So if the 120/80 mm, if the systolic and diastolic rates have been increased, then it leads to hypertension. Hypertension is sometimes called as silent killer because people who have it are often asymptomatic. That is, hypertension is also known as silent killer. Why? Because it is asymptomatic. What do you mean by asymptomatic? The person who is suffering from hypertension does not show any of these symptoms. So it is also known as silent killer. What are the risk factors? Means who all persons can be affected with hypertension, can acquire hypertension. They are older persons, that is aged persons, and pregnant ladies and smokers. Cigarette smoking does not actually cause high blood pressure. However, if a person with hypertension smokes, his or her risk of dying of heart disease or related disorders increases significantly. So even smokers have been included in risk factors. Now we will be seeing about etiology. Etiology is causes. Increased sympathetic nervous system, that is nervous system activity related to the dysfunction of the autonomic nervous system. In this, if a person is suffering from any disorder in the autonomic nervous system, then it leads to increased sympathetic nervous system activity, right? So it may in turn cause increased blood pressure rate. Increased renal absorption of sodium, chloride and water, that is related to genetic variations in the pathways in which kidneys handle sodium, right? And that kidneys does not function properly. So a person with kidney disorders also are may lead to hypertension. The another one is increased activity of renin, angiotensin and aldosterone system. Another one is decreased vasodilation of the arterioles and resistance to insulin action. Now we will see about clinical manifestations, that is signs and symptoms of hypertension. What it will be? Swelling of eyelids, means it leads to eye disorders. Then myocardial infarctions, means it leads to heart disorders. Then transient ischemic attack, that is stroke. And one more still are there, that is alteration in vision or speech. Then their vision is not getting proper. He is unable to see properly and he is unable to speak properly. The another one is dizziness, weakness, transient or permanent paralysis on one side, that is one part of the body is paralysis, that is for some time or maybe for permanently, that we call it as hemiplegia. Another one is cerebral infractions. Now we will see about diagnostic evaluations. How we can come to know that what are the tests, what are the examinations, what are the therapies, through what we can come to know that the person is suffering from hypertension is, first we will see health history. Health history, as always for every disorder, every disease condition, First we'll go for health history. We'll ask them, did you previously have any disorder? Did you previously undergone any hypertension therapies, or you have taken any drugs related to it? We'll ask. Then we'll see about physical examination. Firstly, for physical examination, we will go for examination of retina. Okay, we'll also in the health history we'll see physical appearance also. In that, if the person is obesity, it is also a cause for hypertension. We'll ask them dietary, what you take food, what you will consume, and how much you will eat, what your exercises do you do, and all that all comes under health history. Then we'll see for laboratory test. In laboratory test, we will be seeing about urine analysis, sodium potassium levels, and creatinine levels. We'll do test for this all. We'll check their levels. Prolonged increase in blood pressure damages organs like heart, kidneys, brain, and eyes. So mainly these organs are being affected with hypertension. Now we'll see about management. The goal of hypertension management treatment is to prevent complications and death by achieving normal blood pressure. That is for all same like how we will do for everything. We'll go according to signs and symptoms. We'll decrease it and we'll see for complications whatever he is having. So to avoid any complications, so that all we'll do in management like for everything, and to gain a normal blood pressure, that is 120/80 mm of Hg. Next we'll do for weight reduction, that I have said before only now. For obesity, for persons who is obese, he is at a risk of gaining high blood pressure, so we'll reduce the weight. Next is the dietary modifications. Now suppose he is taking more meat, or he is taking cholesterol rich food, oily foods, so we'll do any dietary modification. We'll ask advice as a nurses. We'll go for dietitian. We'll take advices from them, and we'll take guidance from them, and then we will say for our patient. We'll give a health education to our patients. Then we'll go for physical activity like exercises and meditations. Meditations. That all we're gonna do. Then reducing the intake of alcohol consumption. In some cases, very rarely, the person who is alcoholic is at a risk of getting hypertension. So we'll say them to consume alcohol, but in a small quantity. Now we'll see about the treatment. Treatment includes diuretics and vasodilators. Diuretics, the main function of diuretics is to eliminate to maintain electrolyte fluid and electrolytic balance in our body. So the person who is in diuretics, he will be having continuous micturition. Vasodilators to dilate the blood vessels. Then beta blockers and calcium channel blockers we're gonna see. And for treatment we will take AC inhibitors and direct renin inhibitors. So that's all. Thank you so much. If you like the video, do share, like, and subscribe to our channel.